Konnichiwa, minasan. We're back with Undertale. Because this game, believe it or not, is still not over. There's still more. It never ends. So, we'll continue it now. I hope I have some Undertale experts by my side again that will tell me what to do. Because I'm honestly not sure. I just know that... Well, I just know that we just did the whole... we did the whole Dr. Alphys plus Undyne thing, but I have no idea what's coming up next, so... yeah. If you ask me, we should probably get out of the sewer first, which we'll do. You should tell people it's grizzly. Saying like grizzly in a Japanese accent, you can hear it. Grizzly. Grizzly, 確かにな。ボロボロのデスクトップ PC だ。中は空っぽだ. So it's a ボロボロ. Do you know ボロボロ? Means worn out or worn down. It's all ボロボロ. 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 I like that word. I think it's cute. Then again, I think a lot of words are cute in Japanese. Oh, wait, let me get my water also. Oh man, I don't have that much water left, so we might need to... might need to take a little refueling break in a bit. So it's a worn down PC. Desktop PC to be precise. 中は空っぽだ. The inside is empty. 空っぽ. We're gonna use the Undertale stream as our chill little relaxed learning thing. Not that Phoenix Wright isn't learning. It's just as much learning, but it is certainly more difficult. So, hey, kannagi, boro boro. Yeah, like boro boro, goro goro. Oh, goro goro is great. Goro goro might be one of my favorite words, also because it speaks to me. Also, let me get my bot running, because I forgot to do that. It's not an issue. That is easily done. GG. There you go. Just so if you want to look up stuff in chat, you can do that. Yeah, I love boro boro and goro goro. But you have to look it up properly, else it's not gonna work. Goro goro. Just lazing around. Amazing. We've read these before, but it's been such a long time. Anime no DVD da. Anime no DVD no case da. It's a anime DVD case. Well, this should be fairly easy to understand because it's mostly English. What is that to add list of things you have on Jisho? Oh, it's not Jisho at all. This is Tangoren. Hey, Daniel. If you go to tangoren.com, it's a dictionary. It uses the same file as Jisho, so you get essentially the same information. But it has the ability to make lists, which is very, very useful. You can then export those lists as TSVs or CSVs, and you can import them directly into Anki, which is what I encourage you to do if you want to. The lists are available. So I can, maybe we should put them in the, I should make a command for that. I'll make a command for that as well. But currently you can get the lists either on, you'll find them on Discord, or you can find them in the description of the YouTube videos as well. Where we actually have a Google Drive link with all the vocab. It's thousands of words at this point. All from Undertale, and now, since recently, a few of them from Phoenix Wright. ケースの端には必死にかきむしったような飯跡がついている. So, ケースの端には, so 端 here is the edge. It's like what you use for 端っこ. 端っこ. Is that what it is? 端っこまで. Just remember the Radwimps song. So, 端. It's not 端, but it's 端. Yeah, that's also edge though. Yeah, soba, hashi. So this would be, is this actually, yeah, this would be hashi, right? Hashi, cool. So hashi and haji, I assume that's the same pitch. Tsume. Oh yeah, I said meshi instead of tsume. It's tsume. I switched that around and interpreted it as something completely different. So yeah, so this would be like, haji. Kesu no haji ni wa hishi niかきむしったような爪痕がついている. So on the edge of the case, there's these clawing marks. So there's these marks as if someone was desperately clawing at them. かきむしった. This is かきむしった is probably like かきむす? かきむした. むしる. かきむしる. There you go. To tear, to scratch. So as if someone was scratching at it. Damn, you guys. Open up your DVDs carefully. What's wrong? Hello. 貴様は俺様を心から信用しているな。You trust me from the bottom of your heart, don't you? So, is ついている here used like かかる? Not really. Wait, which かかる do you even mean? That has so many meanings. But ついている just means つく to stick and ついている to be stuck to. To take, to hang. Oh, I've heard it like かかる can be used to be covered in. Oh, yeah, I guess. Wait, which one would that be? Because darake is also for like covered in or all over, right? Like doroga. Well, not darake. Well, darake can mean that. There's like another one is like to be all over. But yeah, so this is just tsuku. Tsuku? To be attached to remain, to be imprinted on, to stain, all of these. Do you know what I mean, right? So it's, yeah, kakaru has so many meanings. It's really hard to say. But this one, it's just in continuous form. That's it. So, 俺様を心から信用している. So he's saying like 心から here. 心から from the heart, right? So from the bottom of your heart. 信用している to trust. And he's saying no, right? 信用 I like that word as well. I like all words. Have you noticed? I'm not sure. I like most words because most of them are useful. Well, that's an interesting thing to say. Maybe I have to think about that. Are most words useful? Question mark. I'll think about it. I'll get back to you. Maybe on Twitter or something. I could be wrong. I thought I read someone once use kakaru as being covered in. I can't I can't say that that's definitely wrong. It doesn't come to mind. The best word is kotoba. That is the word for word, yeah. Oh, I read up once why kotoba is kotoba. It's pretty interesting. I forgot why, but I remembered it being interesting. 大いに結構だ. So 大いに結構だ. 大いに結構 is like 大いに結構. What is he saying? That's probably not a thing. Not one like term, but yeah, 大いに. 大いに Oi ni kekko da. Wait. What is he saying? Because oi means a lot. Or lots. Kekko means it's quite enough. Or like, this is fine, right? Kekko. There are a lot of words that have interesting background stories. Yeah, it's fun. There's a website. So like, if you want to find this stuff out, which I encourage you to, and you want to read about it in Japanese, which is even more fun. It can be a bit confusing, but it is a lot of fun. If you ever want to Google this, a good word to know, okay? Or two good words to know is, one is gogen. Gogen means word root or etymology. Really good word to know. If you want to Google stuff, you can just do like word no gogen and you'll find a bunch of information. And the other one is yurai. Yurai is origin, source, history behind, right? So this is also a really good one. You can do word plus no yurai, and you'll find some really interesting articles. So I highly encourage you to do this. Oi ni kekko da. What is he saying? He might be saying like oi ni or something, but like I didn't even know. Yeah. 実はアルフィーとの訓練が早く終わって。由来で。It's hard to say. 実はアルフィとの訓練が早く終わって. So this is an interesting thing here that happens with the to no. So sometimes when you have these possessive structures, but they also are like the inclusive to, right? So you basically get, and I remember now how to like use a hotkey to switch colors, but that didn't work. Wait, wasn't it X? Maybe I'm not pressing X. Whoops. Never mind. So if I press this one, there. So if you have like this to and then the no, right? So you get like to and then no. So basically you combine the both of them, which is not, I mean, duh, right? But yeah. Alfie to with Alfie. Okay, so this is like the inclusive part. That's the with kind of thing going on. And then no kunren, which then gives us this sort of possessive structure. So basically what we're supposed to get from it is kunren is the training. which I think we looked at last time we played Undertale. Kunren. Kunren, right? Kunren, training, and then Alfie to no kunren. The training together with Alfie. My tongue. The training together with Alfie. 早く終わって it ended quickly, and ぶっちゃけ本当にびっくりするぐらいすぐ終わった。And to be honest, ぶっちゃけ means like to cut right to the chase, right? To be quite honest with you, yeah, so ぶっちゃけ Wait, I can't type. There, ぶっちゃけ Speaking one's mind and holding nothing back. That is a very specific definition. Thank you, Tengoren. ぶっちゃけ本当にびっくりするぐらい. So, ぐらい here giving us the extent, the amount. So he's saying like, so much so, to the extent where actually, if I were to tell you the truth, actually it ended so fast that I'm surprised. びっくりするぐらい. That seems like a really good word. Which one do you mean? ぶっちゃけ or like some of the other ones? ぶっちゃけ. Yeah, that's a good one. It's not very formal, so you should probably avoid using it in like formal situations. But as a general everyday word, it's a good one, yeah. If you just want to be honest with someone. This really means like I'm not holding anything back here. Coffee. Hey, Nahar. だからアルフィーは家に帰らせた. So that's why Alfie went home. 家に帰らせた. So in this case 帰らせた is 返す. So 返させた. 違う。返させたじゃなくて帰らせた. So this would be like the causative, where then in this case probably we sent her home or something like that. Let me FTY. Oh gosh, now my strength or lack thereof to understand acronyms comes in. But hi, good evening. 私の専攻は語源学です. If you're interested, everyone sounds pretty good. Cool. Yeah, I actually use that website. I actually use that website pretty often. But thank you. Yeah, so if you want to check it out, the website that Kannagi just posted, really cool. I've used it quite a bit, and it has some really interesting articles. There's what's it called? So there's words that aren't in there, of course, because you could never have a website that lists literally the clear etymology. Like you couldn't write an article for every single word in the language. But for a lot of the common words, it has articles, and for a lot of them, they are really cool. A really cool one is about why inazuma means lightning. That one is really cool. Inazuma. Like the reason why this is lightning, because this ine is rice plant, right? So you have rice plant plus wife. It makes no sense. But if you read behind like what's actually going on, it's quite interesting how it has to do with history, and how during the rainy and thunderstorm seasons the crops would grow more, so these two things became associated with each other, and the tsuma being sort of like this. So like it's like the lightning being what accompanies the grain. It's really strange but really interesting as well. So yeah, Gogen is highly interesting if you're into that stuff. But I think everyone should be, because it's just a lot of fun. So that's why we sent Alfie home. Alfie はもうすっかり家に帰ってるはずな. So at this point, I'm sure she's already home, right? もうすっかり. Well, すっかり means all the way, right? So properly. すっかり. All, completely, totally, right? So at this point, もうすっかり家に帰ってるはずだ. And this is one of those usages of teiru, where this is what we discussed at some point when we were doing the grammar review. So this 帰っている, so she's home now, right? So like, not only has she left, but right now she's probably already home. Like, most likely, right? すっかりはずだ, はず. Being like, this is what he strongly believes. When you strongly believe something to be true, or when it's the most likely thing, then you can add はず. It really emphasizes it a lot. Ought to be is sometimes the way it's translated as well. 何が言いたいかというと. Okay, so, this is also a cool one. There's a lot of cool things. Bear with me. When we play Undertale, I'm gonna take my time and really go into everything as properly as I can. And then as an exchange, I think this is quite a good thing as well. As an exchange, so when we're playing Undertale, I will go very slow. I will try and be as beginner friendly as possible. and I will explain things as clearly as I can. When we play Phoenix Wright, I'll be a bit faster, and I'll try to give you as much exposure as I can, where in, 2 hours we may see like many, I don't know, like hundreds of words, right? When we're playing Phoenix Wright, and I'll try and read all of them out and give you some, listening and reading practice. But when we're playing Undertale, I'll use the chance to actually just jump into the basics a little bit more and like discuss some of the constructions, some of the common phrases and stuff like this. So for example, this one is pretty common as well. So this ka here, making this nani ga iitai, an embedded question. So let's actually mark this as like our question, which we'll do like this. So this is obviously a question that you could understand, right? Nani ga iitai? What do I want to say? What does one want to say, right? Iitai is want to say. This is basically you get, it's not a very nice, basically you get, you, right? You goes into iitai. Okay, want to say. Alright. Nani ga iitai? What do you want to say? Ka. And this ka here used in the middle of the sentence to give us this embedded question, right? So this is our question. And then to, you to. And it's to, you to, right? So he's basically now making this a quote. So he's kind of like saying, nani ga iitai ka toyu to. If I were to say, what is it that I actually want to say? So this is like a fancy way of saying here. Maybe in English you would phrase it as, what I mean is, right? ... So ka to yu to may even show up, but I'm not sure. Ka to, this is very common. Yu to, ka to yu to. Maybe this might not be in the dictionary. It's just a very common grammar thing that happens. Yeah, it's probably not gonna show up in the dictionary, but this structure specifically, embedded question, ka to yu to, which is when you're like rephrasing what your point is, right? If your point is like you want to make a point and you want to rephrase that and like go back and figure out, or like be more clear, or go back to your point and you'd be like, nani ga iitai ka toyu to. So if I were to say, so like if you're wondering what I'm trying to say, it's that which we'll see now. What is he actually trying to say? Hey Fapako. That's an interesting emote. That looks so bad. Wait, whose emote is that? Channel IMLS. Hand drawn. That is a beauty. 別に深い意味とかちびっともないんだけどね. So 深い意味 is a deeper meaning, just like the words. It's literal. It's like a literal translation. 深い意味とか or something like that. ちびっともないんだけどね. I prefer this emote. It's a good emote, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, 3 more subs and we get a second emote on this channel. So, chibitomo. This is probably just means like not even a little bit, right? Chibi. But because chibi means small or little or whatever. Everyone's showing off their emotes. Well, the gamepad is also a very nice emote. Katoyuto, katoyeba is an N1 construction, by the way. So if you're studying N1, anyone, this is, yeah. Apparently this is N1. See, I don't tend to group things like that, but yeah, so if this is relevant to you. The JLPT is in, by the way, the JLPT is in like a month or less. Who's taking the JLPT in December? Anyone taking the JLPT, and if so, what level? Bitsuni. So not like there's any deeper meaning behind it, but 貴様も絶対行ってみた方がいいと思うな. So 貴様も絶対. This is kind of a weird thing because they stretch the ぜ, but I would be more likely to like make a longer pause. But yeah, 絶対. Yeah, you can do both. 貴様も絶対行ってみた方がいいと思うな. So I really think it'd be better. If you remember, we've had の方がいい recently, which means it's better that way. Okay, so where is it? There. 方がいい. Okay, so when you're giving a preferred thing to do, の方がいい. So this is better. This is the preferred thing. Which is the preferred thing? Well, here it is 行ってみた, which is to go there. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but very often, like most commonly with 方がいい, you use the past. So it will basically be past tense, た plus ほうがいい. Okay. ほうがいい. Okay. So this is probably the most common one. ほうがいい. Okay. So past tense. ほうがいい. One of the forms you should. Yeah. So yes, basically. So you know how ほ can mean direction, right? ほ. Let me just put that on the dictionary real quick. Here, direction or way. Think of it maybe as this, okay? It can also be a side, but yeah, I think in this case, or here even more clearly, like manner of doing, right? And way, a method. So think of it as a direction or a method. And I explained this with like branching paths last time. So what I would say is like, say you're here, you're starting here, and there's basically two ways for you to go. Right? If you want to say 方がいい, what you're basically saying is, well, I think one path is better. I think this this manner, this direction, right? I think this is preferable. I think this is this is good. 方がいい, okay? So basically you're saying that that part is better. So you're saying should, of course, that's what it implies. But the words behind are essentially saying that you're saying one path is superior to the other. One manner, one method is superior to the other methods that there may or may not be. I think of it as like an ancient, overly dramatic person saying the way of doing such a thing is good. Yeah, maybe. I mean, just don't let that influence how you use the word, because it's not ancient. That like it's very modern. Not modern as in it was created recently, but it's still used very in modern Japanese all the time. Alfie no labo ni to Alfie's lab. 絶対なんかいいことあるとしか思えないもんな。思えないもんね. So 絶対 again surely without a doubt. Put that in the vocab as well. That's just how, yeah, that's fine. So 絶対. It's just I feel like the word ancient triggers some wrong associations maybe if you don't specify, which is fine. Again, I often make this point about kanji as well. You have to sort of separate your mnemonics and the way you understand things, or the way you remember things, from how you interpret them culturally and in context, right? It sounds really ominous, but what I mean by that, oh boy, every time. There we go. The way you interpret this, it's just some add-on that keeps doing the thing. Yeah, he looks like he's doing like exercise. Also, yeah, that's true. That is true. So what I mean, right, if you go with mnemonics like this, you're like, oh, well, the kanji ho looks like a guy in his knees pointing somewhere. That's great, okay? That's a great way to remember it. What you shouldn't do is now make like a conscious or unconscious link to be like, oh, that's actually what it comes from, because that may be far from the truth sometimes you may accidentally guess what the kanji comes from. That's rather unlikely, because kanji have been around for a long time, and it's really hard to even scientifically research where they were originally coming from. But I think even unconsciously it can kind of influence you, where if you get too crazy with your mnemonics, they may influence the opinion or the connotation that you get from a kanji, right? So I think that's not the best thing to happen. So as long as you keep those two separate, as long as you're like, well, there's what I use, but that's not necessarily the truth. It's just for me to remember. And as long as you're conscious of that, then there's no issue, I think. The same for grammar points, right? You need to separate the way you remember them, the way you have mnemonics and all that, from what they actually are and what they are in a language and historical context or whatever. It's just that kind of stuff. 絶対なんかいいことあるとしか思えないもんね. Okay, so there's a bunch of interesting grammar in here. You have, first of all, なんか is just some, any, right? It's なんかいいこと, some good thing, okay? いいこと is a good thing. And then あるとしか思えないもん. So this is a bunch of stuff, so let's take this apart. あるしか, so あるしかない, okay? So あると. This here, the to, works together with our verb, omo. So I'll mark the whole thing. This is a negative potential. So you get omo. becomes... I'll skip the middle part, but we'll go straight to the potential form. So, omoe nai, okay. Omoe nai, can't think, well, like, can't think, okay? So, shika omoe nai means cannot not think, okay? This is kind of, becomes like a weird double negative. But what he's saying is this shika nai, right? There's no other thing there. Basically means, ii koto aru to shika omoe nai mon. Like, you can't possibly think anything else that there is a good thing. That's still confusing, I know. So basically what he's saying is there has to be a good thing, right? If we unravel all the double negatives and whatever. So you get, there has to be a good thing there. He's saying it's unthinkable that there wouldn't be a good thing, right? Shika omoenai means you have to think that. There is no other thinking, right? So, aru to shika omoenai. Literally, you cannot think otherwise, okay? So this is the only thing that you can think. Ii koto ga aru. There's a good thing is the only conceivable thing. Let's get rid of these. Oh, what did I just... There you go. Whoa, like, person who just joined Game Grammar Discord. Who joined the Game Grammar Discord? Wait, no one... I didn't even see anyone. Was I fooled? I don't even see a join message, but yeah. He came to... Oh gosh. It got removed? Maybe, I don't know. I don't see anything. It's it tight, so there's surely something great there, so you should go check out that lab. Join message is gone. That's so freaky. Sometimes people get 2 join messages as well. And sometimes I've seen someone post so fast that their message showed up before the join message, which is also interesting. Johnny! Alright, bye. Bye, Felicia. Were they back? I have no idea. It wasn't me. Maybe it was Tom, but I really don't know. I mean, that's not too bad. I don't think anyone would. That's, not... I mean, that's just some nutritious food right there. Yeah, I don't know. They may have just joined and immediately left. People do that. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. So he said I should go to Alfie's house, so that's what we'll do. What's the easiest way to get there, you ask? I don't know. No, I think the easiest way to get there is to use the ferryman, and the ferryman is over... The ferryman is over here! Hello. I love this guy. Tarirarira. Go to the right. Wait. I am going to the right. Oh, okay. Boat norimasu ka? Hai, noru. You wanna ride? Dochira made mairimashou? Where shall we go? How far shall we go? So I want to go to Hotland. Dewa mairimashou. So he uses mairu. We've talked about this before. Mairu just means, in this case, iku. Okay? Mairu. To come and to go. So mairu, as so many other keigo words, they can sort of substitute a bunch of other words. Okay? So here, mairu can actually substitute iku or kuru. Or even like to call sometimes, which would be like yobu or something like that, right? And a bunch of other things. Mairu. Yeah, so hakamairi is also specifically. Did you know the word hakamairi? I think it's a very interesting word as well. Hakamairi, just specifically to visit a grave. This is a very like cultural word, I think. Keigo because they're both client. Yeah, so he's just a very polite guy. He just speaks politely. He speaks well, Tariya, so kinoko ha mainichi tabemashou. So he speaks very soft. He's very soft spoken and very he's being very polite with you. He really treats you as a client, and as far as that goes. So kinoko wa mainichi tabemashou. So let's eat mushrooms every day. Kinoko. Kinoko. Kinoko is another great word. Kinoko. Take, so sometimes also take, but yeah. Kinoko. Mushroom. It also sounds like child of the tree, which is also really fun, and I think that's where it comes from. I'd have to look it up, but I think that's actually where it comes from. It's like the child of the tree. Because as we all know, mushrooms live in a symbiotic relationship with the plant life around them. The kanji for kinoko is sick. Yeah, it's a nice kanji. It's like flower ear. And there's like a bunch of other kanji, which I don't know what exactly the difference would be. なぜかって、あなたが私の言うことを ちゃんと聞いているから、ちゃんと聞いているか確認するためです。Okay. So, なぜかって、why that is, you ask? あなたが私の言うことを、so, the things I say, right? 私の言うことをちゃんと聞いているか。Again, embedded question. So let's look at this. 私の言うこと、so, あなたが私の言うことをちゃんと聞いているか。So what is our embedded question is this one. This whole thing. This could stand on its own, right? Which is why it's an embedded question. This could be a question in and of itself if it was just left alone in a sentence. あなたが私の言うことをちゃんと聞いている。Are you really? あ、ロケさん、こんばんは。It's very nice, yeah. I would totally be transported like that. あなたが私の言うことをちゃんと聞いている。Are you really listening properly to what I'm saying? Tame works. We'll look at Tame in a second. So are you actually properly? ちゃんと means properly, right? ちゃんと properly. Are you properly listening to what I'm saying? か、確認するためです。And like Goody pointed out. So let's look at the tame. Tame means for the sake of here. And for the sake of what? Okay, so tame. The good, the advantage, the benefit, sake, purpose, objective, aim. Okay, so let us figure out what the purpose is. Nan no tameni, right? Nan no tameni means for what? What reason? What benefit? For whom sometimes also. Well, that would be dareno or donata no, whatever. So you wouldn't use nan no tame for a person, of course. But yeah, so for what purpose in this case? Well, it's to kakunin suru tame, okay? Kakunin suru. Kakunin means to confirm, okay? Kakunin suru tame. To confirm, like to confirm, alright? So, let's review all of this. あなたが私の言うことをちゃんと聞いている。Are you really listening to what I'm saying? か、right? This is our embedded question. か、Are you listening to what I'm saying? 確認するため to figure that out. If you have a verb right after, you use ために if you have a verb right after it. Yes. Okay, yes, you do. That would be then, it would be like, for the sake of, yeah, so like, 誰かを助けるために、wait, so, I have to think about this. No, it's not exclusive to like a verb, but more like if there is an other like a clause following it. So like if you want to say like, 誰かを助けるために, to save someone, 今、やるしかない, right? I have to do it now. Something like that, right? Like think there would be an other clause following it. Yeah, so what is the exact difference? Well, the exact difference would just be if you want to say for the sake of it, and then if you just have tame like this here, well, the reason here it doesn't use ni because there's nothing after it, and tame is actually just our, this tame here is just our, it's just a noun. Actually, it just acts like any noun, okay? Because it is. Tame really just is a noun. It's nothing else. It just means sake or benefit or whatever, all of these things. Because if we go back to tame, right? You can see this is just a noun. And that's really that's only what it is ever. It's always just a noun. It's always how it acts. And then this ni just sort of becomes the ni just acts as a like direction or purpose marker. Not purpose marker sounds weird, but like a pointer towards. I don't know. Ni can kind of work like a pointer in programming, interestingly enough. But yeah, I don't know if this was a good explanation. I have to like think about this, how I should phrase it, because it's like, it's easy, but it's, it's weird. No, it's actually just a verb. A noun, sorry. It's actually just a noun in its usage as well. Just a noun. Oh, nebude rabami. Nebude ramabi. Ienai. Thank you for the follow. I can't say that. Game grammar yokoso. Welcome. But yeah, I hope this helps. So what he's saying is, basically, why did I ask this, right? Why did I say that? Well, it was to confirm, 確認するため. It was to confirm whether you're actually listening to me. ちゃんと聞いている, right? ために, because of, as a result of, it's a conjunction. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, if you wanna, yeah, so basically, because it's a conjunction, so usually the ni, you will see if it goes on afterwards. if you reverse these clauses, would you use tameni? Yes, you would. So like, because you're basically just taking, it's okay. So let's maybe look at this. Say you have these two, you have like x wo. So sometimes you would and sometimes you wouldn't. But let's just look at this, right? X wo suru tame ni. Okay, that's not a ni. X wo suru tame ni. And let's make a comma to make it very clear where it stops and ends, where it starts and ends. Like yをする. Okay, it's just very simple. For the sake of x, we do y. All right. Y をする. So x をするために y をする. Basically, do y for, and I'll do like the sake of. Okay. Because sometimes this is more appropriate and sometimes it isn't. It depends on what you're translating. Do y for the sake of, I probably have to put the off in there as well, else it becomes a grammatic mess for the sake of x. There you go. So, yeah, so if you reverse this like straight up, you just take this and this and you just switch their places, which you can do, that's fine. Y をする X をするために. That is fine. It's more of a spoken thing, I would say. In like spoken language, you can always, depending on what you want to put emphasis on or how you want to phrase stuff, you can switch clauses around. That kind of does happen quite a lot. So then you would probably still have the ために though, right? So Y をする X をするために. Though the する then becomes a bit strange, so maybe you would turn that into a te form to make the flow a bit better, to have this like flow from from first clause and the next clause. But you know, te form would probably not work as well. Like, X をする. Yeah, you could put like a full stop even. X をする full stop. Y をするために. So that Y happens. That becomes more of a question of phrasing, I think. So the standard form would definitely be to just write it like this, where you would have ために and then just followed by whatever you're doing to achieve that goal. Because remember that something ために here, that doesn't tell you what you're doing. It just tells you what the goal is, okay? So this x をする is not what you're doing right now, but this is the goal you want to achieve. This is the thing you want to benefit, okay? So x をする, this is what you're aiming for. I want to do x, and for that sake, ために y をする, I do y. So that's how it works, basically. I need to move this window a bit so that I can actually reach the important feature thingies there. Whoop. Let's get rid of this. Tame is the final boss? No. Wake is the final boss. Katte. Naze katte. Oh, that's the standard quotation te. That's just ka, the question marker, and te. Because like nazeka means why, right? The ka the ka working as a question marker, and then te just means it's just a quotation marker. That's all it is. Yep. なぜかって it's just that. またどうぞタリラリラ. Yes, we will be back. I'll be back. I'll save here because why not? We've read this one enough. So I'm not gonna read it again. Let's go to the lab. Let's go to the mall. Whoever said, I think it was you, Nahar, whoever said there was still a bunch of stuff left, they were definitely right. Oh boy, this is where Metaton came out of. Hey, by the way, Alfie, why are you still watching me? I thought we were over this. Come on. 自分の現在地の中継映像だ. So, well, I actually forgot that we went back to the past a little bit. So this is, when is this? Because this is before we fought. So this is right. So as far as the timeline is concerned, this is right before we fight Asgore, right? So basically everything kind of happened. But yeah, this is right before Asgore. Yeah, so, but yeah, I think at this point I would think she was over watching everything I do. This isn't Big Brother, okay? 自分の現在地. Genzaichi is your current location, which is fairly easy to figure out because it's just genzai, which is present, the current time, and chi, location or land. Genzaichi. Present location. 自分の現在地の 中継映像だ。中継 is, I think, surveillance or something. 中継. Oh, no, sorry. Okay. Does it say 現在? No, it's not ichi, but it's, well, okay, wait, let me let me look at that next. So yeah, okay, a relay broadcast. So 中継 is basically just a broadcast. So Legrand, so what you're saying is right. Ichi does mean position, but it's a different, we're talking about different kanji here. Well, I guess you can write ichi with these, but to be honest, I've never seen this. I always see this. So I don't know how common this is, writing it with chi like tsuchi, but not tsuchi, chi like in Chikyu or whatever, the earth kanji, the place. Like I don't know how common this is. Doesn't seem very common to me. Well, you can say genzai no ichi, yeah, for sure. That works, 100%. But at that point we're saying we're using different words. So like you have genzai no ichi, which is genzai being current, moment, like in the moment, or like present, and ichi being position, or genzaichi, which is like just a different way of saying the same thing, kind of. Genzaichi. Yeah, just the present location. You are here. Hey, on maps. So you'll see this on maps as well. まあいいけど. Where's Alfie? Oh, I liked these books. I wanted to use these books for... Whoa! Whew! I actually got surprised by... What's this? Alfie no kakioki da. So this is just a bit of writing by Alfie. Kakioki. Kakioki. A note. Yeah, so like... Alfie, a note by Alfie. So, see what it is. どうする? Yomu, yomanai. Well, of course we'll read it. 手書きでとても読みにくい。頑張って読んでみた。So, 手書きで、とても読みにくい. So, it is handwriting, and this de here acts as an and, basically. So, 手書きで, this acts basically as the te form of da, so it just gives us like an and copula kind of meaning. 手書きで, it's handwriting, and とても読みにくい, really hard to read, okay? にくい here means hard to do something. There's two that you will hear pretty often, にくい and the other one would be 読み, so づらい, にくい and づらい. And then the positive ones would be 読みやすい and I'm not sure about the other one. I'm not sure if there is another one, but yeah, there's definitely 読みやすい. So にくい. We'll look into these in a second. I'm just like giving an overview, but for now, there, nikui. So you have these. Nikui or also gatai. Gatai being much more formal, so you can stick to nikui in most cases. So difficult, hard to, okay? And then the other one, which is very similar, is zurai. Tsurai. Yomi zurai, which will often then be rendaku into zurai instead of tsurai. Yomizurai. Okay, so this one here, difficult to, hard to. What the difference between these two is, okay, so now I'm going off memory. Let me first say there's not a huge difference, okay? So it's not like something that you can mess up as much, because if you get the wrong one, it doesn't immediately mean something completely different. But one of them is more objective and the other is more subjective. So as far as I know, oh gosh, am I remembering this correctly? As far as I know, nikui, maybe Roge-san can back me up here or correct me here. As far as I know, nikui tends to be more subjective, I think. So one of them is more subjective. One of them is more like, well, this is hard for me specifically, in a subjective way. And the other one is more like, well, this is just hard in general, right? So I think nikui, I forgot, but they were very similar, okay? So like for the most part, you probably don't have to worry about it. Even their dictionary entries are basically the same. So yeah, there's a slight difference there, but they're not that bad. And then the third and last one would be easy, which is usually as yasui, which you'll find here, easy. So this is easy to do something. Isn't nikui more physically difficult? Yeah, I mean, so it kind of depends what you mean with like physically difficult, but yeah. So yomi nikui, because I mean, I guess this is like a physical act of reading, right? But so then like nikui would be, the font is so small, I would say nikui What do you mean it's small? Oh, the font is so small, I would say. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it just got... Okay, just got your example. For a second, I thought you were complaining about the size of the font. No, okay, the font is so small, I would say yominikui. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yominikui. But I also read articles in Japanese about the subjective differences there. But I mean, you probably have a point as well, like the physical stuff. So then, like, tsurai would be... So probably, maybe I said it, like, the wrong way around. Because, again, I wasn't sure. Yeah, so then probably if Nikui would be this one, then Tsurai would realistically be the more subjective one. Where so like Nikui is like it's hard to read because it literally is hard to read. Like it's written badly. It's tiny, something like that. It's physically hard. And the other one would be Tsurai because this is hard for you, right? This is like it's not a trait of the thing. And not difficult nikukunai. Well, yeah, but I don't think you could say that. Yominikui. No, yominikukunai. You can say that. It's a bit strange. I don't hear it very often. So people just use yasui instead, which means easy to. Yeah, they'll just use the opposite, which is yomiyasui. It's easy to read. But if you want to say, so like usually they would not. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't say nikukunai. You would say like yominikui. Well, Yasukunai, yomizurakunai, well, nikukunai. No, you can say it. I think I've heard it before. It depends on what you want to say. Yondemita, so you try and reading. This is one of those cases where what is it that you want to emphasize? Do you want to say it's easy to read, or do you want to emphasize the lack of difficulty? You know what I mean, right? Do you want to emphasize that it's actually not difficult, or do you want to emphasize yeah, see, so, like, it's a very small difference. Even, like, native people say they've never really been aware of the difference. You see this sometimes. So, like, when you Google online what the difference between words is, you will see a lot of native speakers saying, like, I had to really think about this. But, you know, maybe sometimes it's also more of an unconscious difference. That you know the difference, or you notice the difference, but you notice it more unconsciously than consciously as a native speaker. The back and forth. Yeah, sorry. But, I mean, yomi nikukunai is definitely fine. It's grammatically correct. So it depends on what you want to... Haike. Haike means dear. It's how you open a letter. Wait, I'm going to finish my phrase. I'm going to finish my sentence. If it depends on what you want to say, it depends on what you want to emphasize. Haike. Haike means, like, dear, whatever, something. Did I write it correctly? I wrote heike. Haike. Haike is just what you say when you open a letter. And it's these kanji. Dear so-and-so, okay? So this is the first word in a letter, usually. You can also add the name afterwards, I think. I'm not sure. Haike. I don't write a lot of letters, believe it or not. Haike. Watashi ni chikara o kashite kurete hontou ni arigatou. So, thank you so much for lending me your strength. Right? Watashi ni, towards me, giving me, right? Watashi ni chikara o kashite kurete. Thank you so much for giving me strength, for lending me your strength. Minna ni wa totemo kansha shite imasu. So I am very grateful for all of you. I'm really grateful towards all of you. Kansha suru. Kansha just means thanks. Or feelings of gratitude. Gratitude? Gratefulness. Kansha. Kansha. By the way, Thanksgiving often called Kanshasai. Kanshasai. Yeah, Thanksgiving. Because it's Thanksgiving. It's the giving of thanks, right? It's the festival of giving thanks. So that's why it's Kanshasai. In case you want to ever say, like, it's Thanksgiving. This is what you say. Kanshasai. Minna ni wa totemo kansha shite imasu. I'm very grateful for everyone. Demo ne, aratamete mitomeru no wa yuki ga iru kedo. So, aratamete mitomeru no wa yuki ga iru kedo. So, this iru here is actually iru as in need, which can be a bit confusing sometimes. Iru is to need, okay? To be needed, to be wanted. How do I know? I just know from context, okay? Because the other one doesn't make as much sense. Wait, have you been meaning to say these to your Ace Eternal list? No, I haven't. Am I? Oh, I'm saving them to the wrong list. Whoops. Alright. Yeah, so sometimes... Good thing you pointed it out. The last one you add will be on top. So sometimes things slip. So good thing you pointed it out. It's fine, generally, because the words aren't, like, super specific. But it's a good thing you pointed it out, Goody, because I wouldn't have noticed. I've done this before. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna go back and flip them around because that's a big pain. But yeah, thank you for telling me. So this iru is to need, okay? To be needed. How do you know that? You know from context, okay? Because yuki is not an animate object, so you wouldn't realistically use iru to be, right? You wouldn't use that one. You would use aru. Yuki ga aru, to have courage. So yuki ga iru is courage is needed, okay? So 改めて認めるのは勇気がいるけど I need courage to admit it, to like admit this one more time or from once again, right? 改めて means once again. 改めて one more time, another time. Did I save it to the right list? Yeah, I did. 改めて認めるのは勇気がいるけど so to admit this one more, or to 認める is to admit, 認める or to confess or to recognize, all of these, to deem, yeah, to observe carefully. So, you know, to do this again, 勇気がいるけど I need courage, but 私の問題は周りのみんなに、解決してもらえるものじゃない。So, 私の問題は周りのみんなに解決してもらえるものじゃない。Cool. So what is this? I'm going to use my pen here so that we can have this a bit easier. So 私の問題. This is fairly simple. My problem, okay? My problem. 問題. So my problem は relative clause. Yes. 私の問題は so this is our topic. My problem is our topic, okay? I'm just going to underline topic here. Not topic, problem. I'm just going to underline problem here, but think of it as the whole thing. Like my problem, obviously, is the topic. Not any problem. It is specifically my problem here, which is our topic, okay? I'm going to put it like a T. A T pose. Okay. 私の問題は as far as my problem is concerned. So talking about my problem. 周りのみんなに解決してもらえる. What does that mean? For that, we probably need to figure out some words. 周り means surrounding. 周り. Okay. Surrounding, neighborhood, vicinity. And みんな, everyone. And then the other one we need is 解決. Okay, 解決 means resolution, solution. Okay, so immediately when I see, right? So when you read something, okay, and the words are coming together, what you say is it's all coming together now. No, what you need to be aware of, okay, is the connection that words have together with each other. Not something I can kaiketsu to everyone around me. Almost. So we'll break this down, all right? But what I'm trying to point out is, like, if you see mondai, okay, problem, and then afterwards you see kaiketsu, which means solution, you can probably assume that these two are pretty linked, right? Because kaiketsuru is what you do with mondais, okay? So let's see how these two match up here. Here, the way this works is 周りのみんなにもらえる. Okay, how does にもらえる work? Well, it means to receive something from みんなに. Okay, from みんな, I received the action of 解決して. Okay, so now it should start to make sense now. 解決してもらえるものじゃない. So it's not a thing like that, right? So, oh boy. So let's pack the whole thing up into one sentence now. 私の問題は my problem. 周りのみんなに解決してもらえるものじゃない is not a thing. This is the relative clause that Roge-san pointed out for us. So it is not a thing which I can have the people around me resolve for me. Thank you for the follow, Minecraft. So this is not, so my problem, 私の問題, my problem is not a mono, is not a thing, is not a mono, a thing, ものじゃない, right? Not a thing, that I can have the people around me solve for me, right? That's how you interpret the whole sentence here. And that's how it goes. Let's get back to the brush tool. Deselect. 私、いいモンスターに naritai. I want to become a good monster. An e monster. もう、ビクビク、ビクビク。もう、ビクビクしながら生きるのは嫌なの。嫌なの。So, biku biku shinagara means to like tremble, right? To be scared. Biku biku, or to be on edge, stuff like that. Oh, I wrote boku boku. Never mind. Biku biku. Kitto katto. Ah, typos. So one thing about Tangerine, in case you haven't already noticed this while I was streaming, Tangerine does not like typos. If you do a typo, it will look for it, and it will take its time to look through the whole data bank. And if it doesn't find anything, it will take quite a while. So keep that in mind. Try not to have any typos in Tangerine because it slows things down. Being afraid of. Okay, so fairly straightforward. Biku biku shinagara while being scared. Ikiru no wa yana no. I don't like it. I don't want to live on. That sounds really ominous, but no. She just says like, I don't like this way of living where I'm always scared of things, right? I don't want to live while always being scared like this. Makes it sound like a suicide note, which I don't think it is, but yeah. そのために自分の again そのために for that, right? And here sono replaces the whole last sentence, right? Sono is a reference to the last sentence we just read, which is I don't want to keep living in fear like this. そのために and to achieve that, like for that sake, 自分の犯した過ちにきちんと向き合わなきゃ. So, 自分の犯した過ち. Again, a relative clause. 自分の犯した. 犯す means to commit. 犯す. There's different ones, I think. 犯す to commit. Yeah, so it should be this one, right? To commit a crime or to make a mistake. Alright, so 犯した過ち. Ayamachi is literally just the must stem of ayamaru. Ayamachi. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, ayamachi. This would be ayamatsu, right? Or something, but yeah. I don't think it's actually used. Oops. Wah. I guess ayamaru, but it's not the must stem of ayamaru. It's different. This must be like some older form of like, this must be some other verb that is not really used anymore. But yeah, ayamachi is mistake. You could say ayamari, which basically means the same. Ayamaru means to make a mistake, to make a blunder, to err. I like this, to err. Ayamatsu. あ、存在するの? It does exist, so that's good. Ayamatsu. Because that does make sense. Ayamatsu would turn into ayamachi. Oh yeah, there you go. I just didn't see it. Oh, because it's the wrong kanji. Wait a minute. There. Ha! There it is. So it is listed here. Your new emote should be white coal. Doesn't that mean like article or something? So like, why should it be this? Ayamatsu. Oh, Nikarush, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome. Welcome to the sub club. That's not what it's officially called, but you know, whatever. Hey. Nice. Do you play Animal Crossing New Horizons when it comes out? I don't know. Will it come? What platforms will it be on? Welcome. You now have the official Game Grammar gamepad. Wear it like a badge of honor. Because it is. Yeah, I don't know what, depends on what platforms it will be on. And, Tuang Boy, thank you for the follow. In fact, it's used word for a clause, Elmo. Wait, yeah, clause. Oh, no, but that's different. Alright, so clause, do you know the other definition as a clause in a, say you have a book of laws and there's a clause in there or something like that? It's a different clause, okay? So, clause. Okay, so here, komoku is a clause, an article, okay? Like an item in a list or a clause, like a legal clause. Exactly, that kind of clause. The clause that we're talking about would be more this one, bunsetsu, okay? Which is phrase, clause, basic linguistic unit, okay? That would be the clause that we mean, but those are very different. This is how dictionaries can be deceiving. They're great, but they have their disadvantages. Anything has their disadvantages. Switch only. I want to get a Switch, but I need to sort of finance that Switch with Twitch money, basically, which is my plan. I plan to invest all the money that we make here on Twitch back into the channel itself, obviously. So my plan would be to get a Switch and a capture card, and then to open up to a lot of more games that are on Switch and play all of these. Yeah, just bring it to PC. Yeah, just bring it to PC, please. そのために自分の犯した過ち and we have neglected the sentence for quite a few minutes now. 自分の犯した過ち So, this is our relative clause. 自分の犯した過ち The mistakes that I committed. And I've mentioned this before, but sometimes a ga, okay? Sometimes a ga can turn into a no in a relative clause. And this is exactly what happens. So the subject of the relative clause, which is jibun, this is our subject. Jibun ga okasu, okay? I commit the mistake. This can turn into a no. This happens fairly commonly. So in this case here, you should interpret the no as marking the subject of the relative clause. 自分の犯した過ち The mistakes that I have committed にきちんと向き合わなきゃ And this is 向き合う in its nakya form, which means I have to, right? 向き合わなきゃ Have to face them. 向き合う is to face something. 向き合う alright? To face something, okay? So she's saying I have to face those mistakes that I made myself. The mistakes, the blunders that I've committed, the mistakes I've committed myself, I need to face them. Bam. Okay. Wait, let me deselect that as well. So. だから、今からそれを実行することにしました。So, 今から means starting now. This is one of those usages of kara that you probably are familiar with. If anything, this I'm not even sure, but like usually people learn about this kara first, probably. So kara is just the starting point, right? So you start here. Start is kara. Wow, that's not a nice ka. Let's do that again. Start is kara. And then end is made, okay? So you've probably heard of this. If not, then good, you're learning something. But this is generally how it works out. Made. And then it goes this way. Kara made. So, start kara. End made. Start kara. Hajimari kara. Owari made. From the start to the finish. So, ima kara means starting now, right? So, beginning ima, beginning now. それを実行することにしました. I decided. ことにする usually means to decide something, to make things a certain way. So I've decided それを今から、今からそれを実行する. I have decided to put that into practice. 実行する means to put something into practice, to actually execute a plan. Yeah, executing of a plan, carrying out something. So I have decided to start now with actually doing what I'm talking about, right? I want to basically put things into practice. ただ、これだけははっきり言っておきます. But just this thing I will say clearly. I will say now, right? I will say clearly. I'll leave this behind as a message. これをあくまで私一人の問題. So this is really, really just my own problem. あくまで is just like あくまで. I don't know what this comes from, but it just means at the end, to the bitter end, right? It must be remembered, right? So this is a word of emphasis. I guess あくまでもあくまで. It's from 飽きる. あくまで. I have to think about that. Yeah, I don't know the origin of the phrase あくまで. You just see it sometimes. It has nothing to do with Akuma, the demon, okay? So, except in what's that called? I forgot the anime. Or the manga? It's the butler one. 黒執事. 黒執事. Yeah, 黒執事. Yeah, Black Butler. In Black Butler, that's the pun because he says あくまで執事ですから. Do you know that pun? I kind of want to talk about that pun now because I think it's really funny. Do you know Black Butler? Who knows Black Butler? Someone has to know, right? It's fairly common. It's fairly well known. So in Black Butler, right, Sebastian's catchphrase is あくまで that's horrible, jeez. あくまで I'm very picky about my あくまで執事 that's how you spell 執事, right? No. No one knows. Wait. So shitsuji means butler, by the way. Shitsuji. Yeah, I'm writing it correctly. That's good. It means butler. So あくまで執事ですから。ですから。So the pun is like kuroshitsuji is for girls. I mean, come on. We are a bit more open-minded than that. You can watch shoujo, you can watch shoujo stuff. I mean, Sailor Moon was for girls, but yet like thousands of boys watched it. I never actually watched Sailor Moon. It kind of went past me as a kid, but yeah, whatever. I was confused by it in the beginning. I mean, yeah, it has like a lot of like, it goes quite crazy. It's like it's kind of a weird show. It's kind of fun though. Like a bunch of arcs are quite fun. Second season, I don't know. His pun is あくまで執事ですから. So you can interpret this two ways. You can either interpret it as あくまで執事です. So, which means I'm a demon and I'm a butler, okay? So, because this is Akuma means demon, because he is a demon, spoiler, but this is fairly obvious. Yeah, it's not really shoujo, it's like very different. It's odd to me, only ever heard girls talking about it. Yeah, I don't know, like, the thing is, I never really talked to a lot of people. Akuma. I never really talked to a lot of people about anime, I just watched whatever. I didn't really engage in any community, so I never really got all, like, the connotations or whatever. Anyone can yeah, that's true. Anyone can like hot guys. I haven't seen Free, but I don't condone anyone who's seen it. So akuma de, right? So this is the de that we just had before. Oops. Akuma de. So I'm a butler or I'm a demon and a butler, or you can also read this as like akuma de shitsuji desu. It's like I'm a butler to the very end. I've like butchered this. I've taken way too long to explain the joke, but it's a pretty good pun, because akumade just means to the bitter end. Like he's saying I'm a demon and a butler, and he's at the same time also saying I'm a butler to the very end. There you go. This is my explanation of the pun. Maybe someone on YouTube will really appreciate it. Akumade watashi no hito. So this is just my own problem, right? This is just something I have to do. Very Fujo bait. Is it though? I don't even know. Like, it has like... Man, it's been like a long time. It's been many years since I've seen it. But it's like, it wasn't that bad. As far as like Fujobe goes. It was basically like... There were barely any bare-chested people in it. I mean, bare-chested men. You can't show girls apparently, because that's like way different. On some social standard, I guess. でも、もし、私からの連絡が答えて... but, 私からの連絡が kodaete, I'm sorry, todaeru. Todaeru is different. Todaeru is basically to cease, okay, to stop. I would like, yeah, probably. Demo, moshi, moshi means if it happens, if it comes to it, watashi kara no renraku ga todaete, if I don't contact you anymore, like if the contact from my side dies off, or it stops, right, if it comes to an end, 真実を知りたいと思ったときは、真実を知りたいと思ったときは、at the time when I thought I wanted to know the truth, 真実 is the truth. This is becoming a bit jumbled now, so I have to like remember this. 真実, the truth. こんにちは、水天津さん。真実を知りたいと思ったときは、at the time when I thought I wanted to know the truth, この手紙の、真上にある入り口に入ってください。Okay, so not I wanted to know the truth, but if you want to know the truth, at the time you want to know the truth. Okay, so I have to like go back. Sometimes, this is another thing. Sometimes when you read, things become much more clear as you go on, and you maybe have to like reconsider the past sentences you've read. So don't ever stick to a translation too strongly if it's ambiguous, because in the last sentence, 真実を知りたいと思ったとき, we don't have a subject in the sentence, so we don't really know who's doing it. So we have to infer from context. No, it has... So there's no options, Mizu-san, there's no options as far as the writing goes in the game. Some places have kanji and some don't, but it's all a conscious choice of the translation team where they put kanji and where they didn't. which is fine the way it is. Too much subject implication, yeah. So in this case, you would have to really like remember this what the sentence we read. So we read the sentence, well, if ambiguous subject wants to know the truth. この手紙の、真上にある入り口に入ってください. Please come into the entrance that is right above this letter. So now we have to like rethink. Okay, so, well, it probably wasn't I. The subject couldn't really have been I. Because that doesn't make sense. Because then we would then the person writing the letter would ask themselves to please enter the door, which makes no sense. So now we have to rethink this. We have to be like, oh, okay, then they probably didn't mean themselves. They meant the person reading. So, 真実を知りたいと思ったとき, when you think, you reading this right now, when you think you want to know the truth, and after the contact from me has stopped, right? Because that was the phrase even before that, which you also have to keep in mind. When contact from me has ceased and you want to know the truth, come into the door right above this letter. This all sounds really annoying, sounds really difficult, but keep in mind, this is what you already do in every language, okay? All languages are context dependent to a degree. Japanese sometimes more so than others. But it's not like ambiguity doesn't exist in English, right? So if this sounds like, oh man, why do I have to keep everything in mind? Well, you do in every language. You can't just read every sentence by itself. That's not how it works. In a story, you have to always keep in mind what you read, a page before, a paragraph above. It's just normal, okay? So in case this seems difficult, it is. On the one hand, it is difficult, okay? I admit it is difficult. On the second, it's just how language works. Like you really cannot look at a sentence on its own. It doesn't work like that. You always have to consider context in any language you read in or you listen in. Oh, the favorite part of the game. Ooh. 面白いです。みんなには私が何をしたか知る権利があるから。Ah, my phone is going off. Wait. Just real quick. Okay, it's just notifications of something. I don't know what it is. So, みんなには for everyone. I don't think it sucks with exclusives though. Wait. I don't understand that. I don't think it sucks with exclusives though. Okay. Am I just misunderstanding it? I don't know what you're trying to say. Without them, no one would buy consoles. Oh, wait, we're talking about consoles? Okay, sorry. Yeah, that was like way before. No, I mean, exclusives are fine, I guess. I would love everything to be on PC because I have a PC, I don't have consoles. But, you know, every company is entitled to do whatever they do as long as it doesn't go too far, which is why we have, you know, governments and stuff. みんなには, so, for everyone, 私が何をしたか知る権利があるから. Because everyone has the right to know. 知る権利. 権利 means a right. 権利. An authority or a right, a privilege, right? 権利がある. They have the right or the privilege to know what I did, right? So why does this work out this way? Because we have a bunch more like relative clauses in here. 私が何をしたか. Again, this is our embedded question. What did I do? Okay, what have I done? What did I do? か、知る権利 to know it, the right to know that, the 権利 to know what I did. みんなにはある. Everyone has it, right? So everyone has the right to know what it is that I did. Wait. Why does it struggle so much? I don't know why. It's just weird. Maybe I need to find yet another solution to how I actually do this. But while Photoshop is having a little tantrum, let's read chat. On consoles, I don't need to write again the entire game's code for the game to boot up at launch. I'm so confused. It's a bit tougher to put a PC in your pocket. Not really. Everything's a PC. Hey. People would buy console, just would go with the best hardware. Yeah, I don't even understand. Listen, I'm not saying consoles are bad. Just so we're clear. I never said that. I don't think that either. I think consoles are cool. What I am saying is that there's only so much money that a person has, and they have to decide what they want to spend it on. And right now, I'm saving up. I'm saving up money so that I can buy a Switch, so that we can play Switch games. And like, Photoshop is just totally dying right now. I'm gonna have to close it. which hopefully will work. Oh, wait, I think it just came back to me. Thank God. Okay, it's back. We're saved, everyone. True to that. Yeah, I mean, like, consoles are fine. It's fine. I just, right now, can't buy one, which just kind of sucks. But I'm also not one to, like, complain the whole time about it. It's fine. I want to play Death Stranding, but realistically, I'm not going to buy a PS4 anytime soon, you know? 手紙に書いてあるのはそれだけだ. So that's all that's written in there. Isn't it much harder to read Japanese without kanji? Yeah, it is. It is. There's not even a debate. Yeah, it's totally harder. Oh, is it coming to PC? When is that though? Oh right, because I guess Kojima games usually make it to PC, don't they? A bunch of whoa. 警告警告 warning エレベーターのパワーレベルダウン電磁ゲールの強度の急激違い下がっています So something about like warning power level of the elevator is down and then some other stuff 警告 literally means warning though 警告 You know what I might just can't wait to watch that movie when it comes to PC. Oh Daniel, you and your aversion to narrative experiences. 6 or 10 months later. Yeah, you know, but by that time, I probably just watched like a whole playthrough on YouTube and don't care anymore, which is fine. A lot of people are like, no, you have to wait, you can't watch playthroughs. And then I'm like, I'll just do whatever I feel like doing. Doing movies rather than games. I'm fine with that. Like, I pay for movies as well. I don't mind. I like good stories. I don't mind which format they're delivered to me in. Number 1. ついに、王のいる. See, there are some kanji there for the people that missed the kanji. ついに、王の依頼を実行する時が来た. So, finally, the time has come to put the king's request into practice. 依頼 is a request. 依頼人. That's the wrong 依頼. 依頼. これ. This one. 依頼. 王の依頼. The request, the commission, right? So finally, time has come to put the king's request into practice. 私は国民たちを解放する力を生み出す. 生み出す means to give birth to create. So, oops, excuse me. 生み出す is to like really create something out of nothing. To bring forth, to produce. 私は国民たちを解放する力を生み出す. I will bring forth the I will like create that power to save the village, the people of the country. Are you saving new words somewhere and then you tick the box? Yep, I am. So here at Game Grammar, we release vocab lists. Usually the vocab goes on Patreon first for a week, and then it goes to like a public Google Drive that you can access. I will make a command. I kind of forgot about that. It would be a good idea to have a command. Right now, if you want the vocab lists, well, I can just send them to you right now, because I can just give you the link real quick if you give me a second. There are, like, most of them are public. Can you download them on Anki Flash? You can download them as a TSV, and you can use that to import to Anki. Google Drive, Google. We do it this way because, one, it's easier to save TSVs. They're easier to manage than Anki files, because TSVs are very easily editable. You can just open them with Excel or Google Sheets, and you can tweak them however you like. And then you can just import them to Anki and have them however you want them to be. So let's go to public vocab. There you go. And I'm going to share a link. We'll have a command for this. I didn't think of that until today, but it would be a good idea. So if you click here, these are all the... You can check that out. These are all the vocab files for Undertale that exist so far. It amounts to over 1,000 words. Yeah, so we actually released TSVs. You can just import those into Anki directly. Then you can use Anki add-ons to generate furigana if you like, or readings, or, you know, format them however you like. It's all up to you. But the words are there. So this is all the words that we've studied here on Twitch and on YouTube before. From Undertale specifically. And then, like, again, usually the vocab, we try and put it we upload the vocab to Patreon right away. So, like, right after, usually, like, within 24 hours, we try and do that, except if people are very busy and can't get to it. That's We try not to have that happen, but yeah, so it will go to Patreon right away, and then usually a week later, it will just be made public for everyone. 私は魂の力を解き放つ. So 解き放つ means to basically like solve the riddle, to bring forth the riddle, whatever. oops. Yeah. 解き放つ. 解き放つ. Ah. Damn it. 解き放つ. For some reason, this makes it really laggy. I don't know why. It may just be that. I'm gonna have to like find the... Oh, come on. Wait, what? It's not here? Unacceptable. Oh, wait, it is here. Because... There you go. To release. How long have you been learning Japanese? Oh, many years. Over 7 years now. It's been a while. 私は魂の力を解き放つ. I will release the power of the soul. 魂. We've had that a bunch of times, but might as well. 魂. It's a good word. 魂. 魂. The soul. The spirit. I will release the power of the soul. How about you, Mizu? Are you learning Japanese? What's your connection there? Or maybe you're native? I'm not sure. Number 2. バリアは魂のエネルギーで封印されている. Do you practice to draw kanji as well? Oh, not as much. No, I've been learning Japanese for a year or so. Nice. 頑張ってください. 頑張って勉強してください. Not as much. No, I should, maybe. I don't value it as much to be able to draw kanji. I think it's nice, but it's not as useful to me right now because I don't write stuff. I only type it with my keyboard. It's a nice skill to have, most of all if you want to live in Japan. Like, I would definitely recommend people learn to write when they want to go to Japan. As far as just consuming Japanese media and talking to people online, you really only have to know how to type it, which is easy. So yeah, and be able to read it. Did some wrong things in the beginning though. That we all did. I like to focus on drawing kanji stroke by stroke because it's not giving me much. Yeah, it depends. I think to learn the kanji, when you're first starting in the first year, I recommend anyone to draw the kanji while you're learning them because it's just easier to remember them in my opinion. Yeah, I did that as well, but it's been a while and I know quite a few kanji now. Like I'm approaching, I think when I do like online tests, usually it tells me I know between 1,800 and 2,000 kanji. So if you know like a bunch of kanji, it becomes less appealing to sit down and like write a bunch of them. Because I just tend to like learn them by looking at them now. バリアは魂のエネルギーで封印されている. The barrier is, you know, sealed by the energy of the soul, by the energy locked inside the soul, the spirit. Did you guys know that energy here? Energy? Wow, my voice kind of cracked weirdly, but yeah, energy is actually a German loanword. I kid you not, because if you think about it, if it was English, it would be like, you know, energy or something, right? Energy, it would be like energy. So if it was English, it would look more like, wait, is this? Yeah, no, this is right. It would look more like energy or something like that, right? If it was English. This is what it would look like, energy. Because even you have words, energy drink, which is energy drink. But energie is actually a loan word from German, which is why they have that pronunciation for it. Same for some other. There's a few loan words that come from German. Not that many. Just a handful. Ah, it froze again. How do you say it in German? You say Energie. With the pronounced E sound at the end, which is why they get the Energie. Right? Energie. Come on! I'm gonna have to, like, find a different solution here for sure. This is really bad. Photoshop is bad. Can we all just agree how bad Photoshop is? For like... Man. The amount of money that it costs is a really bad software. Oh, gosh. Alright. Just use Paint. I did use Paint. The issue with Paint is that, yeah, it comes from German. Same as These. Do you know These? Like in Zankoku na Tenshi no These. Oh, wow. I didn't even write that. I did, but that was like 20 seconds ago. These also comes from German because in English you would say like thesis or something like that. It's completely different pronunciation. But in German it's These. It sounds just like that. They have some loan words from German. Same as Arbeito. Arbeito is a German word. It's actually a German word for just work in general. Yeah, maybe I should just go back to Paint. But the nice thing about using Photoshop is that it has pressure sensitivity for my tablet, so I can write the stuff a bit nicer. It looks much nicer. For one of his past skits on YouTube. Do we? Oh, well, I'm sure he knows. I'm sure Dogen knows. Because it's just a common joke. It's a common thing to complain about, but yeah, I'm sure he knows. This is pretty well known if you look into it. このエネルギーは、人工的に、人工的に作り出すことができない。人工的に means artificially, because 人工 means artificial, human-made. 人工的に artificial, man-made. So, このエネルギーは人工的に作り出すことができない。So, it is impossible. ことができない means you can't do it, right? It is not possible to create that energy artificially. Artificially. 魂のエネルギーは命あるものの亡骸からしか抽出できない。This is quite a lot of fancy words in there. 魂のエネルギーは命あるものの So this is not ものの as in なのに but yeah. 命あるもの So things that have life, right? 命あるもの 命 just means life. Mono is a thing, and then no nakigara. Nakigara means the shell. Nakigara, or the remains. But what remains after it dies, right? The dead body, the corpse. So, 命あるもののnakigaraからしか抽出できない. It can only be gained from things. It can only be gained from the leftovers or the remains of things that are alive, basically. Not possible to create artificially. Sounds like 1800s organic chemistry scientist to me. Wow. Yes. You're just not ambitious enough. And then so からしかできない. So can only, right? 抽出 to like extract from something. Yeah, there. So you can only extract this from the remains of living things. No, there's no other way. つまり新たに作るにはこの世界に存在するものを利用するしかないのだ。So, つまり is like a summary kind of word. When you want to make a summary, when you want to make a point, you'll be like to summarize, or you say basically, or what that means is, all of these words, right? つまり good word. Use it in your essays. つまり Well, there's other words you could use, but つまり is pretty good. Neat. つまり That is to say, right? Oh, hey, thank you for the follow, Vaznovek. Welcome to Game Grammar. ゲームグラマーへようこそ。つまり、新たに作るには、新たに means a new, right? Like newly created. 新た is new, fresh. Well, not fresh as in like fresh fish, but 新た. Literally new. Fresh novel, right? So, 新たに作るには to create it new, and this is, by the way, if you say 新たに like this, right? What it obviously is an adverb, okay? So because why is that an adverb? Well, we know that 新た is a na adjective, and you can see this here. Na adjective, so it's an adjective, a na adjective. What happens if we add ni to na adjectives? Well, they turn into adverbs. What are adverbs? Well, adverbs describe verbs. So what's our verb? 作る, which is to create, okay? Which is described by 新たに. So newly create, like newly create, kind of like that. So you know how newly is also an adverb, right? So newly create, kind of like that, right? Maybe there's better ways of phrasing it, but I love adverbs now. Yeah, that's how it works. You're gonna leave the stream tonight and be like, what the hell? I love grammar now. It is a very shocking experience, but also very nice. You basically click. Oh gosh. つまり So, which is to say, 新たに作るには to create it newly, to newly create that thing, whatever it is, that power, この世界に存在するものを利用するしかないのだ. Again, we have this しかない, which is the only choice, right? 利用するしかない. You have to, right? You have to use it. 利用する is to use it, to make use of something, to abuse something. 利用する. Utilize, right? So you have to utilize it. What do you have to utilize? You have to utilize この世界に存在するもの, things that exist in this world. And here existence is probably meant in more of a alive, right? So like exist as in is alive. With E adjectives, you can also add ni to... No, with E adjectives, it's a bit different. And interestingly enough, you may also know of a different E adjective that is the same kanji, which is atarashi. Okay, so let's use those two as a comparison. So we have arata, I just looked up before, means new, and atarashi. Atarashi. Hey, Rifuji, follow してくれてありがとう. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Atarashi means new, okay? If you now want to ask, hey, what's the difference between arata and atarashi? The answer is not much. Arata is a bit more archaic, is a bit older. I've heard explanations. I can't back this up, but I've heard explanations that atarashi actually used to be aratashi, okay? But then it just got kind of turned into atarashi. So atarashi basically means new. It's the same. Oh, not again. I should... Oh, maybe I just need to... Oh, no, it just didn't work this time. Okay, cool. Let me... Oh, there. Atarashi. So, basically, it just means new, okay? And arata also means new. These are mostly synonymous. Arata. Alright. So you're streaming on the Discord server. Thanks for your work. Oh, thank you, Afrika. Thank you for watching. What would the stream be if it wasn't for the people watching? So... There you go. Atarashi. Okay, so this is an E adjective. E adjective. And this is obviously a na adjective, like we just looked up. I'm not going to go too much into the difference between E and na, okay? I'm just going to assume you know what an E adjective is and what a na adjective is. If you don't know, that's also fine. We'll talk about them at some point. It's just not right now, since it would kind of take too much time, okay? So now let's just talk about how do I turn these into adverbs. The way you turn these into adverbs is for E adjectives, okay? So, E, okay, you turn into k. That's it. Done, okay? So, how do I turn atarashi into an adverb? Well, I just make it, I just write atarashiku. Atarashiku, that's an adverb. Okay, so this is an adverb now. How do I turn the na adjectives into adverbs? Well, I just add ni, right? So for na adjectives, I just go... This, you can't see this. For na adjectives, I'm going to write it above, okay? For na adjectives, you just basically add ni. And then it turns into adverb. That's it. That's how it works. And I hope you know what adverbs are. So adverbs, the cool thing about adverbs is that, or the cool thing about these terms, okay? So easy, I know, right? Grammar, it's surprisingly easy. The cool thing about these terms is that they're very universal. So if you know what an adverb is, you really do know what an adverb is. What I mean by that is, if you know what an adverb is, you know what an adverb is in German, in English, in Japanese, in French, because it doesn't matter, because the definition of adverb is very general. It's just a word that describes an action, that describes a verb or another adjective, usually. And that's exactly what they do in all of those languages that I just mentioned. So if you know that, like, that's the cool thing, right? So if you know the terminology a little bit, you'll be like, oh, I know what an adverb is and how it works approximately, okay? So I have like a broad understanding of the concept of adverb, for example, which is a very specific thing. Then if someone tells me, hey, this is how you make adverbs in Japanese, I immediately am able to like, I'm immediately able to like discern what that means. Like, oh, what does it mean if I turn an adjective into an adverb? It's a bit different in French, isn't it? But like, if you have like, you know, mon, right? You have like normal and normalement, but it works the same way because normalement also describes a verb, usually. Normalement. Well, yeah, yes and no. So there's differences, but usually, like usually languages don't like reinvent how grammar works as much. Wait, that's not true. Let me let me rephrase this. Languages don't like... So linguistics is made to sort of cater to all languages, and then all languages have their own things. Should be like the same for all Romance languages. Yeah, I mean, it's as a broad concept, right? I mean, of course there is différent. Of course there is a lot of differences specifically. That's why I'm saying, like, as a broad concept, you're fine, right? So just don't expect it to, like, if you understand like English grammar, you're not automatically gonna understand Japanese grammar. But of course, there is lots of similarities, mostly if we're talking about broad linguistic terminology, because that stuff is meant to apply to as many languages as possible. Tsumari, yeah, we've read this. So you only have to, your only choice is to use things that are pre-existing in this world. Sunawachi. Sunawachi is very similar to tsumari, but sunawachi is like for conclusion, or no, for rephrasing. Sunawachi. So, that is, namely, okay, so this is like clarification or rephrasing of something. This is a nice word to use in essays as well. Sunawachi. Sunawachi, monster no tamashi de daiyou suru yori hoka nai. Daiyou suru yori hoka nai. Hokanai means there's nothing else, right? Hoka is other, different, hokanai. So this is very similar to shikanai. Basically means there's no other way. Monster no tamashi de daiyou suru yori hokanai. The only choice you have, like there's no better choice than to substitute it with a monster's soul. Daiyou is substitute. Yeah, substitution. Plop. Oh boy, we're gonna do a lot of sign reading. But that's fine. How long have I been streaming? Not that long yet. It's only been an hour 40. A lot of Latin languages are very similar. What does number 3 mean? I don't know. I've never seen that. My hands are cold. しかし、生きたモンスターから魂を抽出するには、隙間じwait. 隙間じパワーが必要。Sorry, 凄まじい。隙間じ。凄まじい。凄まじい means awesome, but more in a like awe-inspiring kind of meaning. Do you know how many signs there are? No, let's make it let's make this let's make it a surprise. Susamaji, susamaji. Oops, susamaji. It means yeah, terrific, fierce, tremendous, okay? If you recognize this kanji, it's actually the kanji for sugoi. So susamaji and sugoi are fairly synonymous, though susamaji sounds a bit more poetic. Are different. Well, of course they're different, Daniel. All languages are kind of different and they're kind of the same, and when they're in the same language family, they have more similarities. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't study linguistics, which is like a half regret. Not really. I enjoy what I study right now. They're basically different. I enjoy what I study right now, but it'd be nice. It would have been equally as enjoyable to study linguistics. I almost would have done that, and I think it would have been really interesting. But oh well. Right now I learned math, which is also cool. しかし、生きたモンスターから魂を抽出するには凄まじいパワーが必要。必要 is it's needed, right? So, 生きたモンスター monsters that are alive, right? から from them 魂を抽出するには to extract their soul 凄まじいパワーが必要 You need tremendous power. Or to rephrase that a bit more naturally, to remove the monster, to remove the soul of a live monster, you need tremendous power. I'm finishing Deltarune right now. I mean, yeah, you're finishing it, but there's only like one chapter, right? Or something like that. Murong, which is what it's kind of annoying. I don't want to start playing Deltarune on Game Grammar because it's an unfinished game. So we would be like left hanging there. I'm waiting for it to like come out more, hopefully. Though it's been like in development for such a long time. Whew. It's 2 hours of regular gameplay. Yeah, see, that will maybe give us 2 or 3 times that. So we'll probably take about 4 or 6 hours to finish that. But then after that, we'll just have to wait and it'll be left open. So I'd rather start a different game and then come back to it once, if ever, Deltarune finishes and comes out. Murong. Murong means, of course. Like, no question. Murong, of course. Murong is fairly easy to discern what it means because if you look at the kanji, it just means nothing. Like, it just means not. Okay, not wrong. Argument, right? So basically, there's no argument. There's no arguing. It's murong. It's obvious. It's certain, okay? There is no arguing there. To come out somewhere in the next 3 years. That's cool. I'm really curious where Game Grammar is going to be in 3 years. Either we're going to do fine. We're going to be on Twitch and YouTube, just like always. Or maybe something else. I don't know. Honestly, it's up to you guys. It's also up to me whether and how hard I work, which I try and work hard. So, よろしくお願いします. I'll try me. Yeah. 無論、魂を抜いた瞬間、本体が、死亡するのは言うまでもない. Alright, so cool. Let's look at this sentence. 無論, of course, okay, of course, 無論, 魂を抜いた瞬間. This is a relative clause, a very short one, but it is one. 瞬間 is the moment, the instant. And this is our relative clause here. 抜く is to pull out, right? To pull something out of. 魂を抜いた瞬間. The very moment you remove the soul. 本体 is the original body. 本体が, this is our subject here. 本体が subject. 死亡するのは言うまでもない. 死亡 means to die to... 死亡する is to die, okay? And 言うまでもない is it goes without saying. This is like a set phrase, pretty common. You see it every now and again. 言うまでもない. Like, it goes without saying. 言うまでもない. It's obvious, right? It goes without saying that. ... Okay, let's put it all together. 無論, of course. 瞬間, okay? The moment, again, relative clause, so we look up here, but kind of 瞬間. The moment you remove the soul. Why did I put like another thing here? What is this? Oh, this is an S. I thought it was like another quotation marker. Never mind. So, sorry, I got like distracted by my own writing there. 無論, of course, the moment you remove the soul, the original body will die. Or, of course, it goes without saying that the moment you remove the soul, the original body will die, basically, will decease. Shocking how good of an experience is for a short demo. Yeah, I mean, I saw it, like, when it came out. I saw it on YouTube. It looked really good. Undertale, save others. I mean, this is my first time even finishing Undertale. Where am I? There we are. Let's get rid of this. It's only a demo because Toby released it to draw attention, not because it's an actual demo. No, I mean, I guess. But, like, did he really need that much attention after Undertale? Because all attention was basically already on him. But yeah, maybe. I mean, certainly it's true. It's good to have a lot of attention, but maybe sometimes it'd be better to have less. By the way, my game is set to Undertale, right? And not Phoenix, right? Wait. Yeah, it's set to Undertale. It's just that it's showing me the wrong picture, which is really confusing. But yeah, it's good. Undying, Kill Papyrus. Oh boy. 3 years. And you really wanted to get dev team to continue. I mean, I guess that's true. That's true. It's just, they say all attention is good attention, which there's some truth to that, and there's also some falsehood to that, right? Like, take a game like, what was the other one called? The weird one that took forever, and then people were hyping it up like crazy. It has the procedural planets and whatnot. No Man's Sky, right? No Man's Sky was hyped to infinity, and then it came out and it couldn't live up to it. So, 無論. So we read this. また、人間の魂は体の外へ出ても存在し続ける。し続ける。Sorry. 存在し続ける. So, 魂. So, また. Further, mata means also. If you want to add to your point, again, these are a lot of like formal words that you can use in writing if you wanted to. It came out and it was bad. Oof. Mata, further, 人間の魂は体の外へ出ても. So even if it, did I say soko last time? Anyways, 体の外へ出ても, even if it comes out the body, even if it comes out of the body, 存在し続けるかし sorry, 存在し続 I can't say this word. 存在し続けるか it will continue to exist, but this guy's a but, right? And 存在する is just to exist. And 続ける obviously means to continue. So 存在し続けるが 存在 I think we looked this up before, but 存在 let's look it up again. Is Deltarune very different from Undertale? As from what I've seen, no. It seems very similar. It has a lot of like different so like aesthetically it is very similar. Aesthetically is truly the successor of Undertale. They changed a bunch of things about the fighting, I think. The fighting seemed fairly different. So a human soul, even if you extract it from the body, even if it leaves the body, it continues to exist, the human. 多くのモンスターの魂は死ぬとすぐに消えてしまう. Oh, okay, so like the soul. Okay, sorry, I have to like rephrase this. What it was actually saying was, even if it leaves the body, a human soul will continue to exist. And now, to add to that, 多くのモンスターの魂は死ぬとすぐに消えてしまう. So, 多くのモンスター basically means a lot of monsters or most monsters here. Most monsters' souls は死ぬとすぐに消えてしまう. When they die, the soul immediately disappears. Okay? Character story completely different, but overall style of the game is similar. Yeah, so that's why I was meaning like aesthetically it is very much similar, but obviously story, character, everything's different, and fighting system is also fairly different. And I was like, again, when did it come out? When did the demo come out first? It was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. He spent 3 years, blah blah blah. Yeah. October 31st last year. Really? It was last year? I could have sworn it was 2 years ago. Never mind. Maybe time doesn't go as fast as I think it does. So maybe I'll like it. Yeah, maybe. モンスターの魂を消滅させない方法さえ見つかれば. Is that mo in the katakana or kanji's previous message of the game? Oh boy, probably because it's monster. I'm not sure which word. You would have to give me the word, but for that you would have to type it, which means you would probably already have recognized it. But yeah. It's katakana. Oh, is it katakana or kanji? No, it's definitely katakana. Yeah. That's not a kanji. There's no kanji that looks like this. Because no mo. Note. Well, it's definitely katakana because there is no kanji that looks like this exactly. There's ke, but that's definitely different, right? I mean, so what I mean is, for example, you could confuse chikara for ka, right? So you could confuse chikara. Chikara looks like this, right? So you could confuse that for a ka because they look almost the same. Most fonts will have the kanji be a little bit bigger, and then there's ni and like the number 2. They look almost the same. But as far as mo is concerned, the only thing that looks exactly like this is the hiragana, the katakana mo. That's it. So like other kanji that look similar may include ke, which is fur or hair, or yeah, there you go, e and ko. They tend to look a little bit different, but not that much. Fonts do differentiate, but it's still hard on their own. It's hard. It's the kanji or katakana. That is a katakana because I can tell because it's in a Japanese font on my PC, and the kanji would be in a Chinese font. So yeah, I can tell from the font. What was I saying? Right, so, and then it might also look a little bit like te, which is hand. But again, these are fairly distinct. So yeah, if that's more, that's definitely katakana. モンスターの魂を消滅させない方法さえ見つかれば. So, if we could at least find a way, right? さえ見つかれば. 方法さえ. Okay, so this さえ here is like, at the very least, right? 方法さえ見つかれば. If we could at least find a way, 方法 is a way of doing things, right? A method. So if we could at least find a method, what kind of method? Well, it would be a method to モンスターの魂を消滅させない. To make sure it doesn't get destroyed. 消滅 means to be destroyed, to be like obliterated. 消滅. 消滅 is obliteration, basically, right? Termination, vanishing, annihilation. And 消滅させない, to not let it be destroyed, right? 方法. If we could at least find a way for the souls not to be destroyed, for the souls to like not allow the souls to be destroyed, then, hey, Deltarune is creepy game, huh? Is it? I don't know. Again, I've never played it, and it's been a while. It's been a year since I've seen it on YouTube. I'm not sure if I've seen all of it, though. Maybe only like half or something, or I haven't been paying attention. Hey, number 5, and that's the last sign. Nice. Number 5. Number 5. あ、ヘイさん、こんばんは。今日は長い。嬉しい。いや、そんなに、 そんなに長くないよ。普通にこのくらい配信する。This is how long I usually stream. 2.5 hours. You don't have enough to say if it's scary yet. It's true. Number 5. ついにやった. I have finally done it. So ついに we have seen many times. It's for finally, lastly, at last. At last! My creation is complete! It's alive! Okay. 完成した。完成した装置を使い、人間の魂からある要素を、要素を抽出した。Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff in here. Let's look up some words first. Forgot since it's been days for me. Yeah, I haven't streamed since last Sunday because I was busy on Wednesday, so that's why it's been a while. So we have 完成. 完成 is complete. Complete, right? Perfected, basically. 完成した装置を使い. 装置 is an instrument or a tool that you use. 装置 or a mechanism. Okay, equipment, device, anything like that, apparatus. 装置を使い. And this is a, so here we use, where's my pen? There it is. Here, 使い is used as a, this 使い here is used as a conjunctive form. It is must stem. Okay, so this is, if you want to be particular about it, this is must stem. Okay, must stem. Used as a conjunctive. Okay, so basically, 完成した装置, again, relative clause, by the way. Not to brag, but yeah, this is also a relative clause. 完成した装置を使い, using the mechanism, the 装置 that I've perfected, that I've finished. 人間の魂から from a human soul ある要素 yoso means like an element or an underlying component, something like that. Yoso. A component, a factor, right? An element in an array for the programmers amongst you. But yeah, aru, and aru means a certain here in this case. It's not the verb aru. I mean, I guess it is the verb aru, but it's a different verb aru. It's this aru. I've shown this before. Wait, wrong. Aru. It is this one, right? So aru means a certain. I mean, it is a verb, okay? Not to get me wrong here. A pre-noun adjective. I mean, I guess, but really it's just a verb. You wouldn't really conjugate it. It is a bit weird, okay? So I don't want to go too deep into what aru in this case is. I think, like, talking about its origins, it would be considered a verb, but like based on its usage, I guess calling it a pre-noun adjective would be a bit more correct, because you don't really use this like you use normal verbs. So you plug this in front of nouns, okay? You just put this in front of nouns. The way it works with those nouns is very similar to how other verbs work, right? Because relative clauses, right? You just put a verb and then a noun, and immediately you get this noun phrase where the verb describes the noun. In front or behind. You put it in front. Yeah, pre-noun. So, because you see aru yoso, right? If you go back to here, without the red dot. Aru yoso. A certain element, a certain thing, right? A certain thing. を抽出した. I extracted it. Okay, 抽出, we've seen this before, it means extraction. So, what does this mean? Okay, so, 完成した装置を使い. Using the device that I finished, 人間の魂から from a human soul ある要素を抽出した. I extracted a certain element, a certain ingredient, a certain thing, a component, right? So she's saying that I extracted a certain component from a human soul. Doesn't pre-noun mean before, therefore, behind? No, wait, what? No. Wait, what are you saying? This makes no sense. Sorry. Pre-noun means before noun. It's like when you say like premature, it means before it's mature, right? So pre-noun is before the noun. I don't know how you get the behind thing. Pre-noun post. Pre-noun post, I don't know. Pre-post, post-noun, post-pre. Yeah, so like in front would be pre and post would be after. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that makes sense to me. Does pre-noun mean before, therefore, behind? I still don't get what you're saying. Before means behind, but what if it really means above? That's deep. 深すぎ. 人間が死んだ後も魂が消えないのはこの要素のおかげだ。So, おかげ, we've also seen this a few times. おかげ means thanks to, right? おかげ。おかげさまで。Thanks to that component, right? So, この要素のおかげ. Thanks to this component. 人間が死んだ後も even after they die, 死んだ後も also after they die, 魂が消えないのは the fact that their soul doesn't disappear is thanks to this component, right? So the fact that like even after humans die, their soul doesn't disappear is thanks to this component in their soul. 生き続けたいという意志 would this be, this would be 意志 yeah, this would be 意志 and the other one would be 意志So, 生き続けたい意志 their will to continue living. I love this dream. We get to learn your thought process. I mean, I guess, yeah, I hope it's a good one. I rely on it. It's the only one I have. Believe it or not, my thought process, the only one I got. Hey, guys, talking about thought processes, my thought process right now. My thought process right now is that I need to get some water, okay? I'll be back in a minute. You know what? I'll try something right now. We'll try and like run a 60-second ad break. And then I'll see how much that does. Because like, okay, quick explanation. The way it works on Twitch now is that if you run an ad break, it actually disables pre-roll ads for people coming to the stream for a certain amount of minutes. So I'm going to see if I run a 60-minute ad break while I get water, how many minutes that would disable pre-roll ads for. I'll be right back, okay? Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. People are saying lol. I don't know what happened. Sup, gang. Right, I mean, I guess, hey, okay, they're disabled for 20 minutes. Yeah, that seems to line up with what I thought. These ads are sure, I wish all my ads were like this. Yeah, Twitch ads are generally pretty, bearable, if you ask me. Yeah, so subs don't get ads, by the way. This is a setting, but yeah, I'm not gonna change that. It's cool. Like, if you're a sub, you're not gonna get ads on our channel. Hell yeah. Or hell no. Okay, so yeah, so apparently every 60 seconds of... Yeah, you don't get an ad. Every 60 seconds of ads disables pre-rolls for 20 minutes. Which is cool, so like for the next 20 minutes, people that come to the stream are not gonna get a pre-roll ad. And I think that's kind of nice. Maybe it will, you know, incentivize people to stay. It's nice. How's the water? It's pretty good. It's pretty watery. Pretty liquid. Ah, nice. Yeah, very fresh. I like it. That glorious tap water. How's the mizu? It's very 素晴らしい。とても穏やかで、美味しい。So, 生き続けたい、so, 生き続けたいという意志 their will to want to stay alive. Well, I don't live in a bad tap water country, so I can drink as much tap water as I like, because it tastes even better than bottled water. And I know how bad tap water can be, because I've been to the US and other countries. Man, tap water in the US is disgusting. Oh, I can't. There's people that drink it in the US, and it's safe to drink. I know it's safe to drink, because they have regulations and stuff. But, hell no. I'm not drinking tap water in the US. Where am I from? I'm from Switzerland. We got those mountains, and, like, the water comes out of the ground. It's nice. All that yummy fluorine. Tastes worse here. Yeah, I wouldn't touch. Like, I'm very picky with my water. I even don't drink the tap water in certain places here in Switzerland. Like, when I go out, and I go to, like, because I live on the countryside, and I think it tastes really nice here. But then when I go to the city, and I taste it, it's worse. And I'm even picky about that. So yeah. The way different city, yeah. The tap water in the city is way different as well, exactly. In each city in the US, excuse you. Well, I've been in like a few cities. I've been to New York. I've been to like a bunch of places in California. I've been to like Las Vegas, and all the tap water was bad. So my sampling was completely bad. I don't doubt that it's different every place you go, but all my samples are bad. I mean, they all have fluorine in it. Where here we don't put fluorine in our tap water. Like nothing at all. It's ridiculous. Well, the US is a big country. Is it? Wait, it's not fluorine. It's chlorine, right? I'm saying fluorine because someone said fluorine as well, but it's chlorine. It's not fluorine. I don't think fluorine would be good. Maybe it'd be good for your teeth. I should move on with the game, but now this is like an interesting discussion. It varies wildly. Yeah, fluorine like in toothpaste. Do they put like fluorine? They don't put fluorine in the water. They put chlorine in it. Most places put... Oh, really? There's both. Oh, okay. They add fluorine. They add both. Okay, cool. So hey, at least if it's good for your teeth. They claim their water type is miraculously healthy. I don't know about that. That sounds like doesn't sound very scientifically accurate to me, but yeah. Because isn't like in general, like water is just water. It's like fairly neutral. It's not like water is super healthy for you. I mean, you're supposed to drink liquid and water is good, but it's like neutral. You're not suddenly gonna be... You might be healthier if you drink water compared to like Diet Coke or whatever, just because Diet Coke is worse. But like calling water healthy is just usually said in comparison to other drinks you could drink. Back home, Rhode Island, we had some of the best water in the country. Wow, maybe I should visit Rhode Island. I like our water though. Yeah. All right, let's move on with the game though. Enough about water. As good as water is, as nice as it is the juice of life. But I think we should move on. So, 生き続けたいという意志, the will to keep on living. So we have 意志 here means will. Don't confuse this with rock. Actually has a different pitch as well. Volition, will, intent. So 生き続けたいという意志, the will to keep on living. 運命を変えたいという強い気持ち. So 運命を変えたい, which means to want to change your fate, right? 運命 is fate. 運命. I like the word 運命 as well. It's nice. They're all nice words. I like a lot of words. I've said this before today, but yeah. How's 運命 different from 定め? Well, it's 運命, and 定め is like, first of all, 定め is much more archaic, and 定め sounds more like destiny. Like it sounds more like what you're destined to do, and 運命 is just whatever happens to you. Of course, it also says destiny here, but 運命 is more like, you know, fate, your lot in life. Whereas 定め sounds like your calling, your destiny. It's like you're destined to do this. 定め, because it comes from 定める, and 定める means to... 定める means to regulate or to determine, to decide. So 定め is as though it's like your predetermined, you know, destiny. Whereas 運命 is more like, it's just the life you got, right? It's just your fate, whatever. It's less, has less like an intent behind it, or an implied intent. Let's not get into theology here, but yeah. 定め. その地の定め. I wonder if I get in trouble for singing like JoJo stuff if it's on YouTube. I know I don't get in trouble on Twitch, but yeah. So, 運命を変えたいという強い気持ち, the strong feelings of wanting to change one's fate. 私はこの力を決意と呼ぶことにした. Oh, okay, cool. So, I decided, right? ことにした means decided. I decided to call this power 決意, resolve. Okay? The determination, right? It's me stuttering. Determination. 決意がみなぎった. Resolution, determination. Right, so I've decided to call this power 決意, determination. Basically that. And it's a nice yellow, so it stands out. Hey, we've made it past all the signs. How about that? In before I turn the corner, and there's more signs. But yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. For a second there, I thought that the further up I walk, the higher it goes in the song. But that's not the case. It just happened that like 2 times in a row, every time I was walking upwards, the song kept going like higher. I was like, hey, is this dynamic? Is this context sensitive? But it isn't. Hey, 2,660 minutes. Oh, there's more signs. Look at that. 床にメモが落ちている。ところどころしか読めない。So, there's a memo that's fallen on the floor. This is loud. Damn, son. Okay, it's a loud music. I have to make it more quiet here that I can actually hear myself think. 床にメモが落ちている。There's a memo that fell on the floor. ところどころしか読めない。You can only read it in certain places. So like it's not legible in some places. ところどころ。ところどころ。たどころめぐみ。No. ところどころ。エレベーター停止。真ん中のドアへ。So, elevator out of commission. 停止 means not working, stopped. 停止, right? It means suspended, interrupted, stopped, suspended, yeah, whatever. So, like, halt, deadlock, stalemate, all these. So, basically, elevator, not working or stopped. 真ん中のドアへ, towards the middle door. Food reference. Yes. We don't make anime references, we just make food references. 読めたのはそれだけだ. So, 読める means to be able to read, right? So, 読めたのは what you were able to read. それだけだ. It's just that. That's all you were able to read. What's this? Is this like a vending machine? Ah, ポテチ. Nice. ポテトチップスは25ゴールドだ. Cool. That's not that much. So, potato chips for 25 gold. I'll get some. 買う. 自動販売機からポテトチップスが出てきた。自動販売機 is a very long way of saying vending machine. So most of them just call them 販売機 or yeah, most of them just call them 販売機. But the full word would be 自動販売機, which is basically an automated sales machine, a vending machine. Because 自動 means automated, self-moving, literally if you look at the kanji. 販売機 means a sales machine. So it's a vending machine. Yeah, I don't like potato chips. No one says that. It's way too long. Everyone says potechi, but yeah, it's fine. Well, maybe if you want to be really precise about it. 自動販売機からポテトチップスが出てきた。ないのか？やばい。マジ？ポペト。ごめん。ポペト。Okay, yeah, it makes sense. So it's popeto. Wrong reading. What do you mean wrong? Yeah, I guess. They actually spell it like popeto. I don't know what that is. It's a pun. Popeto? Popeto? Dajare? Is that a joke? Popeto. Popeto chips. So it's a joke of some kind. I just don't know what popeto would mean. Popet. Oh, wait, someone. Team Exelica. Thank you for the follow. フォローしてくれてありがとう。Popato chisps. And Dragoon Sprites, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome. Popeto, あるの？ないでしょ？いや、ない。It's not a word that exists, I don't think. Whatever, it's whatever. They have weird names for the food in this game. We just have to deal with it. 自動販売機からポペトチスプ. I read it completely wrong because my brain went into automation mode and my brain was just like yeah, I know they have weird names sometimes here, but my brain just went into automation mode and I was like, oh, this is clearly potato chips, so that's what I'll read it as. Good thing we found out though. So popeto chisp, so they're just called special. I'm curious though what the stats for these are. Info. Popeto chisp 13 HP 回復。ごく普通のポペトチスプ。No problem, loved your channels, concept, shut up. Number 1 channel, Twitch recommended. Hey, nice. We're number 1, guys, confirmed. Good stuff. I've been studying Japanese since 4th grade, but I'm always still learning myself. Well, yeah, of course, we all are, aren't we? It's good to have you here, Team Exilica. I'll call you Exilica, it's faster. I've been studying for quite a while as well, like 7 years, but the learning never stops. For example, today I learned the word popeto chisp. which is new, of course. It's a very specific word. But damn, 13 is not a lot. And gokufutsu means absolutely normal. Gokufutsu, I wonder if it shows up as one word, but probably not. Maybe it does. Probably not. It's 2 words. I mean, goku just means extremely. It just means like, to the maximum extent. Hey, and Eva, 301, thank you for the follow. Follow, arigato. Yeah, so like Goku means, well, it can mean quindakillion also, which is not as useful, but it also means quite or very. I like how they have like quite, which sounds so mild compared to very. I feel like Goku is a pretty strong word, but yeah, Gokufutsu, very normal. Popeto chisp, whatever normal popeto chisps are. I don't know, I can't say. Goku shizen, Goku, Goku mettani, is this mettani? I think so. Goku mettani saikin. Goku saikin. Oh, very, like, extremely recently, extremely normal, extremely rare. Hey, welcome Eva. Eva. I'm not sure what I should call you. Do you prepare like the, do you prefer like the Japanese way of saying it, like Eva, like Evangelion, or do you like Eva? More signs. My old enemy. Wait, what's the other way though? And what's this? So the elevator is broken anyways. We can't use that. There's a sign here. Let's read this sign first. I almost missed this. Ibu. Ibu-san. This is me. It's I. It is I. Dengen room. So the electricity room. Dengen means, yeah, Dengen means electricity source. Also, Daniel, why do you have one in hiragana and one in katakana? That is not very aesthetically pleasing, you know that? Dengen. Power. Electrical power. Alright. Oh, so this is where it, okay. It doesn't open though, so we have to go the other way. It did that automatically. Oh boy. Is this some sort of conspiracy against me? It may very well be. Number 6. Number 6. 王は国民全員に動かなくなったモンスターを、差し出すようお触れを出した。The space bar not working correctly. Damn. Yeah, the space bar is in a conspiracy against me. All space bars out there. 王は国民全員が、so 全員に the king for all the citizens. 全員 means everyone. 全員 has a very weird way of like saying it compared to how it's written, because no one says like in, because no one says zen-in, no one says zen-in, everyone says zen, so you get this like weird nasal in, like, it's like that. So most people say like zen, right, instead of like zen-in. No one says zen-in. There's just like a little idiosyncrasy there. Everyone says it wrong. Well, you say that, but usually about the point where everyone says it one way, that's considered the right way to do it. Yeah, there's other words like this. I forgot, but like these words where an N sound is basically followed by like another vowel N kind of combination. I forgot. Like in like how some people have like weird ways about how they say like fuinki, right? Fuinki. Do you know the meme text in Japanese with katakana to hiragana? I've seen it probably, but it's not that common. I don't hang around like post boards like Nichannel and stuff usually, so I don't see it as much. I mostly just interact with Japanese media and not as much the Japanese internet community. But yeah, I guess that would explain it. I guess maybe. So, 動かなくなった means has stopped moving. So, 動かなくなった monster, right? The monsters that have stopped moving. 差し出すようお触れを出した。お触れ here? お触れ. I'm not sure what this お触れ would be. 触れ. I'm not sure. お触れ. Kanji would help. Okay, official notice. That's pretty cool. I've never seen this. Edo period proclamation issued by the shogunate or daimyo, etc. Usually to the general populace. Wow, that's very specific. So, を差し出すよ お触れを出した。So basically the king made an announcement to the public to that the people should offer up all of these monsters that have quote unquote stopped moving, right? Monster を差し出す is to like point them out, right? Not offer them, but more like point them out so that presumably the government can collect them or whatever. So 差し出す is to like, yeah, to submit, to hold out, to like basically submit something, right? Well, it wouldn't be like, yeah, it wouldn't even be as much pointed out, but it could literally be to submit them directly. So like leave them in the government's care or whatever. 今日、そのモンスターたちが運び込まれてきた。運び込まれてきた。So 運び込む would be to like carrying them in here. So, and this is passive. So today, 今日そのモンスターたちが運び込まれてきた。Today, these monsters were carried in here, right? 運び込まれてきた。You have this kuru here. If we look at it, 来た。This is actually kuru. Okay, this is kuru, but it's translated. So 運び込まれてきた, which means it came here in this direction, right? So if you're here, this is you here, and someone else is like, wait, this is not how you. Someone else is like carrying a box this way. Then he's 運び込まれてきた. Hello everyone. Hello Vaznovak. Welcome back. This is like, kita, right? Because it's in your direction, in your general direction. So this is what you get, right? 運び込まれてきた. They were brought here. They were carried in here. And be gone. There we go. Back to the brush. Okay. 今はまだ意識のない、今はまだ、意識のない体が存在するけれど、すぐに塵になってしまう。Okay, so 今はまだ right now, still 意識のない体が the body without any consciousness, the unconscious body 存在するけれど it still exists, but すぐに塵になってしまう it will soon become dust, right? It will soon completely turn into dust. でもその前に決意を注入したら but what if we introduce, what if we like 注入 can mean like to administer via like a syringe or something. 注入, right? Yeah, to inject, right? What if we inject them with determination, 決意, right? したら what if we do that? その前に before that happens, right? Before they turn to dust. 死んだ後も魂を消滅させない方法が見つかれば So this is actually a direct repetition of what was on the other side. 死んだ後も even after they died 魂を消滅させない方法 A way for the souls not to disappear, right? Not to get annihilated. 見つかれば if we can find that 私たちが自由になる日は思ったより早く訪れるかもしれない。Okay? 私たちが自由になる日。This is a relative clause, so he is a noun. This is just day. Okay. Wow, that's not very nice, Eve. You should write that more properly. There. This is a day. Okay. He. So the day. What day is it? Well, it is the day at which 私たちが自由になる。We will become free. 自由 means free. 自由 free になる become free. The day at which we become free は思ったより Yori means more than, right? So 思ったより more than we thought 早く So sooner than we thought 訪れるかもしれない、訪れるかもしれないそれで訪れるかもしれない might actually be upon us 訪れる means to visit but if you say like a day will visit what you mean is like the day will be upon us basically, right? So the sign is saying the day at which we will be free might actually be coming sooner than we thought. ツンデレバンス、フォローしてくれてありがとう。Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Game Grammar. I just like saying that too. Welcome to Game Grammar. It sounds so important. It sounds like you're part of something now. Part of something bigger than yourself. Which you are. You're indoctrinated now. Can't leave. This is forever your home. One of us. One of us. Okay, I'm just gonna stop now. Sorry, but welcome. You might have seen かもしれない, right? So, かもしれない. I completely butchered that. かもしれない. かもしれない. Which is a way of saying maybe, might. It's a way of saying what you expect, what you think. So they mean like free from death because of the soul element resolve. Yeah, free from the underground. So I don't know how much you know about like the story in Undertale, but it's basically the monsters are trapped in the underground by this barrier that was built by the humans, and they want to be free. The monsters want to be free and live in the above world, like in the normal world. So that's the kind of freedom that they seek, basically. That's the whole thing. Let me look up the かもしれない properly. There you go. Might, perhaps, maybe, possibly. And I think, yep, that's it. Guys and girls and people of the internet, their friends, friends of friends, and pets. I think this is where we'll call it a day for today, okay? I'm gonna save. Oh man, 69. You see that? It's a thing. Anyways, it's the funny number. Cool. So, I'm gonna call it a day here. I'm gonna end the YouTube recording. For all the people on YouTube, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this far. I'll see you in the next episode, okay? And as always, enjoy all the stuff. Consider the subscribees and the Patreonsies and all that. You'll find that in the description. Same for the vocab, also in the description. And I'll see you in the next episode of Undertale, or well, Phoenix Wright, which we'll be playing tomorrow, maybe, but definitely on Sunday. See you around.